Greetings, friends. Prepare for another thrilling journey as we delve into Reddit's most bizarre tales. We're plunging deep into the quirkiest corners of the web. Grab your popcorn and join us on this adventure. Remember to hit subscribe and like. Let's begin. About a year and a half ago, my wife, F28, and I, N26, were happily married for 6 years. I was the sole breadwinner, earning between $120 to $200K while she stayed home with our 5-year-old daughter. One day, after my car engine failed on the way to work and a friend dropped me back home, I caught her cheating while our daughter was at preschool. I confronted her and the guy, who was another friend of mine. She broke down in tears, apologized, and said it was a mistake. I managed to stay calm, told her I needed time to think, and left. Over the next few days, she kept checking on me at my mom's house, saying she'd wait as long as it took for me to forgive her and suggesting we try marriage counseling. I agreed, but in reality, I was emotionally checking out and plotting my next steps. Throughout the year, I made several changes. I withdrew all my money from our accounts. She knew I had a separate one. Downgraded our living situation from a 3,000 square feet house to a much cheaper apartment, and made her get a job to pay for the rent and counseling. Then, I transferred my money to a bank account under my mom's name in Mexico, set up everything legally, and hired a lawyer. When everything was in place, I came home, laid the divorce papers in front of her, and told her we were done. She was shocked, saying she thought things were getting better, but I reminded her that she was the one who cheated, not me. I moved back in with my mom and prepared for court. She tried to convince and seduce me to come back, but I wasn't having it. The court proceedings were tricky. She knew about my separate bank account, so I had to disclose it. But when they saw I only had $4,000 left from selling my car, they were suspicious. They demanded to know where the rest of my income, about $200,000 a year, went. I claimed I spent it on an expensive girlfriend, which was a lie. My ex-wife didn't believe me, but she couldn't prove otherwise. She tried to hire a financial advisor but couldn't afford one, so she took out a loan and borrowed money from her parents, which backfired when the advisor found nothing. She was left struggling to raise our daughter on her team lead salary, around $22 an hour. Despite everything, the court still ordered me to pay $7,400 a month in alimony and child support, which she said would allow her to quit her job. But I promised she wouldn't get a penny, and I kept that promise. I moved to Thailand, spending over $100,000 to secure a 15-year visa, which I could easily earn back within a year. I called my ex-wife to let her know I was no longer in the U.S. and suggested she reconsider quitting her job. She was furious, begging me to come back, but I refused. Since then, I've received calls from friends and family, some saying they'll miss me, while others criticize me for abandoning my wife and child. To them, I posted pictures of her with the guy she cheated on me with, which led to his girlfriend contacting me, asking why I didn't tell her sooner. I didn't even know she existed. That was 2 years ago. Since then, my ex-wife has been doing terribly, eventually having to give up our daughter to her parents, who now receive $1,000 a week from me to help out, though they don't tell her about it. My sister also checks in on them regularly, and I remain committed to ensuring my ex-wife doesn't get a dime from me.